All right, guys, again, we're still getting in like the norms because we're not even a month into school. AO and extensions are your time to get individual help and ask individual questions, or like the end of the class. We gotta break this habit of people coming in and like running straight up to my desk. It delays things. We can't do that. So what we should have out is 126 and 127. If you don't, do that now. The other thing you can do to help your classmates and help me is as you're getting your stuff out, make sure that the people at your desk group are getting their stuff out, right? You can be having like a little bit of conversation as long as you're doing what you need to do. So our answers for 126, went too far. All right, I got to do this on the computer. I can't do this from over here. There we go. If you have questions, please ask. We were worried about where you were, but I said there's cupcakes, so I wondered if you stopped off for cupcakes.
I did not.
They are delicious, though.
I have one on my desk. I had to keep
That apple one just changed my life forever, I think.
I think that's the one I grabbed.
Lucas! I said Lucas again. And then, Jesus, are you here? Jesus is not here? That's what I was starting to wonder because I had his paper. Remember, when we're multiplying the fractions, we do it to the top and the bottom. So that's why in 114, you're seeing like times 3 times 3 times 2 times 2 times 8 over 8 times 6 over 6. But when you add the fractions, like in number 115, when the denominators are the same, which we need, then they stay the same. Any questions on 14 or 15? John? 15, there are other ways you could do it. You don't have to only use 8 as the denominator. You could always actually use any other multiple of both. Ikshita. So, you should be looking at the question on your paper, right? I'm going to read it from my other screen, but I'm going to keep the answers up here. So, for this one, it says, Mario was visiting the carnival when he noticed a few number relationships. He made them into brain teasers. So, 5/8 of the prizes at the giant spin were dolls. If there were 64 total... I'm really confused because you asked a question, but now you seem to be paying attention to Antonella and not me. Are we good? 5/8 of the prize of the giant spin were dolls. If there were 64 prizes total... So when we talk about a total amount, is that going to be the denominator or the numerator? And make sure that you saw this word not. Dikshita, so double check that you saw that word not. If you have an answer of 40, you gave how many dolls, or how many, like, are dolls? So here, I'll solve this for you guys. If this works. Oh, my computer is just still doing one funky thing that makes me open Paint. Oh, what an old program. Be looking over those questions, see if you have any other questions that you want to ask. All right, so here's how we do this. And guys, this is the work I'm starting to expect to see. And you'll get a check minus if you don't have it. And then you'll come up and be like, why did I get a check minus? And I'll be like, look, you just have answers. And then it'll be like, yeah, okay, you said that in class. And we'll have a chuckle, and then you'll do it. So, 5/8. We're going to write that down. 5/8. What's that referring to? Were dolls. Which means 5 out of every 8 total prizes is a doll. So there are 3 that are not. Guys, everybody should be watching this. Unless you could, like, master this right now, everybody's eyes should be up here. If we look at this fraction and just want to change it to how many are not dolls, just hang on for just a second. Not dolls would be 3 out of a total 8. Does that make sense? Why, if there are 5 that are dolls, 3 are not. So then, they tell us there are 64 total. How do we get from 8 to 64? What multiplication? Times what? Times 8. So the same thing happens up here, times 8. And we get 24 not dolls. Because the first thing I did was say, well, if 5/8 are dolls, then 3/8 are not. Question. There are other ways to do it for sure. You could have solved the proportion 5/8 equal to something over 64. This would have been 40, and then you have to do a subtraction, right? If you get that 40 are dolls. Other questions? Let's check 117, 118. Now's a great time. If you know you owe me anything, turn it in, because we're all just kind of checking our work, looking at the board. Any other questions about that homework? This is how we ask questions. Like, don't run up to my desk, right? I want to do it in front of whole class. Are we sure? If this means you just didn't do it yet, do it, right? The answers are in the video. You can go check my YouTube. You can always go back and see the answers again. But let's move on then, if nobody has any other questions. Just to make sure it's in the video again, there's a mastery on Friday, but if people are absent and you come and you remind me, right, because I forget, it's too hard to keep track of. If we get to Friday and you're like, I'm not ready for a mastery, come tell me. You don't have to take it Friday. You could take it next week, but you do have to take it. Right? If you don't take it in class, you got to do it during AO or extensions. Yesterday was 126, today is 127, then 128, and the closure. Anybody need a packet? Because we're using the packet. Get out your, 127. So you probably just had 126 out, but get out 127. Anyone want to read? John, can you read from way back there?
Yeah. So far in this section, you have worked with probabilities involving one specific desired outcome. Now you will investigate probabilities of compound events. Compound events are events with combinations of outcomes. In today's lesson, you will find the probability that either one of the events or the other event occurs. In chapter 4, you will consider the probability that both one event and another event.
So, I was over at Mrs. Goldring's house. Yeah, all of us Phoenix teachers are really close with each other. I was working on her bathroom trying to fix it, and I was walking through her laundry room and saw a chore wheel. Any of you guys have a chore wheel at your house? Like a thing on the fridge that tells you when you got to do what? Okay, who has to do chores? Take out the trash, scoop out the cat poop, or what? Okay, so, yeah, if you have a cat, I don't understand cat people. They just poop in the house. I'm joking. There's a survey question going around, right? Are you a dog person or a cat person? There's a survey. Somebody, one of your classmates, is doing a survey. So look at this. This is on your paper. All right, here's Thomas's chore wheel. So we got clean bathroom, vacuum, clean bedroom, rake leaves, do laundry. So his parents have decided to make it into sort of like a game. He gets to decide, all right, I'm going to walk up to the wheel, spin it, wherever it lands, that's the chore I get to do today. So the sections on the spinner for rake leaves and do laundry are the same size. Underline or highlight this. It's on your paper. Underline or highlight this. It's typed out there. It's all on the same line for you, though. So I typed it a little bit wider. And the section for clean bathroom and vacuum are equal in size. Wait, what? The sections for clean bathroom are equal. Oh, clean bathroom and vacuum. I was mixing up clean bedroom. I got confused for a second. So, and make up half the spinner. Good catch, Jerome. That's probably important. With your teammates, figure out what is the probability that Thomas will do laundry. I'll flip the 5-minute timer. I doubt we need that long, but I'm going to flip it to try to contain my excitement to finish this problem. So with your teammates, first thing you might want to discuss is what would they all add up to together, right? Talk about that with each other. You can write down the fractions that we have.
Or the vacuum, I'm sorry, is 1/4.
You're talking to them, not to me.
So they're both the same size, right? The bathroom.
What were we erasing? What we you're going to go back and highlight it? You could underline and highlight.
So
You could leave the underlining. You don't have to erase.
Figure out what your denominator is.
So that shouldn't be necessary. I like your idea, Franco, but we should be able to do the math to figure it out. So you're not talking to me, you're talking to them. Can I see down here? I would draw on this one. That's already split up for you instead of like draw on your own. But talk to them about how you got to a 12 on one. Answer B once you get answer A done. Answer B once you get answer A done. Alright, what did we chat about here? I will tell you guys straight up. Both you are behind on work. And if that continues, you will probably be under bus because it seems like if we're both behind together, we're not necessarily going to help each other. But if we help each other out, then this is a really good thing, right? Ooh, you want percents? I thought we were doing all fraction. Let's say forget percent. Give me in fraction form. I would at least write what Lewa has written. So clean bathroom, what fraction? What fraction is clean bathroom? Ooh, 1/4, because they said it's equal. So here, this top one, that is not 25%. I would erase that. That clean bathroom one, up here they say is equal size, right? Clean bathroom and vacuum. And since they tell us vacuum is 1/4, clean bathroom would also be 1/4. And then since this other fraction is 1/3, can 1/3 and 1/4 work together, or do we need to do something? We need to do common denominators.
You can keep this, but you just add them.
What?
So you gotta convert to 1/4.
Sure.
Make this 7/12.
I think John's gonna join your
1/4.
I don't even know what to say. I was gonna say John's an island and he's gonna come join up with your continent. I don't know if that necessarily works. I'm trying to make a Pangea reference.
So what happens?
Anybody, how big is clean bathroom? Yeah, clean bathroom is 1/4 because they said it's equal size. Keep working. Keep working.
Let's see. So you got it all. You're not so then now, what do you know about these? Do you know about this? Well, they want to do that together. What are they saying? Okay. So you know that this right here is that, right? Well, what are these two? This has to be a whole, right? The whole thing. But what are these two? Two you don't know. So you know that this right here, so shade this whole thing. You know that that's
Alright, we should probably bring it back together. Again, I'm going to warn you, if you turn in your homework and this part of the worksheet is blank, that I'm checking that as part of the homework too. Here's the deal. I think they explained to you guys, and when people talked about math, that there are intro assignments, practice assignments, and mastery assignments. This is your intro. I don't separate the grade, because unless you don't do what you're supposed to do, I shouldn't need to. Right? So your intro rolls in with your practice. So please make sure you're writing down what we're writing down. So you guys told me this is 1/4 also, and this is 1/4. So I went ahead and said 1/4 and 1/4. And they told us this is 1/3. Can anyone help me know what to do from here, though? Eve?
You gotta find the common multiple of 3 and 4.
Ooh, find the common multiple to be our common. Yeah. So what is that? 12. So what do I multiply by over here? 3/3. And same thing here. 3/3. And what do I multiply by here? 4/4. And guys, we can start to kind of try to store these in our memory. 1/4 is 3. I should probably go to the thicker marker. 3/12. Right, 1/4 became 3/12. Because 1 times 3, 4 times 3. We have another 3/12. And then 4/12. So guys, another thing you could start to remember is 1/3. 1/3 is 4/12. Right, we use this a lot. Yeah. So then when I add these up, what do we have? How many 12ths? 10 12ths. You want to walk me through the rest of it? Well, you just shouted this out, so yes or no? I don't care. No? Aiden?
Sure. So we have 10 12 right now. That means we're missing 2 more.
Oh, if you don't have this jotted down somewhere, we're missing 2/12, because if there is an entire pie, it has all the slices, right? And if I only have 10 out of 12, I'm missing 2. Hold on. Whoa. Aiden was taking us home. So Aiden, talk me through the rest. Yeah, the rest.
Okay, so the problem is doing laundry. So we now have 2 12s, but since leave breaks and leaves are the same, they both might be 1/12.
Ooh. So this section is 2/12 because Aiden said that's what we're missing. And then, if we come back to here, what did they tell us about that section? They are the same. So if each of these is 1/12, would they together make 2/12? Yeah. And then, and Franco was doing this, but I stopped him from doing that at that moment. We could actually split this. This would get 3 slices. This would get 3 slices. And this would actually get 4 slices if we tried to make even-sized slices. So that is like our common denominator when everything is the same size slice. Questions on this? Questions? Our packet's gonna go away now. Yeah? I think. Did we answer both parts? Thomas hates cleaning the bathroom. Wait. This is pretty important to be able to do our homework. There's another question we didn't answer. We haven't seen any problems like this, really. I want to calculate my problem of not doing something. Like, what's my probability of not doing the chore I hate. Thomas hates cleaning the bathroom. So actually, I'm going to copy this page real quick. Talk with your group real quick, because I don't know if we had time to solve this. How could we figure out the probability of not doing something?
So we don't want it to put this. We want it, it can point to anything else but the clean.
Now we're going random cards, because it wouldn't be math class without random cards.
So look at what your probability is with each round. Okay. So
Farah, what was our clean bathroom probability? This, we had it. We wrote it down. Should be on our paper. 1/4. And we also said it was equal to 3/12, but we may not need that here. Oh, Eve, you just went, so I'm going to skip your card. Vincent, what? If, let's say green and red together. What would green and red together be? 100%. We don't really like talking in percents right now, since our lesson was about, yesterday was all about fractions. So, can you give it to me as a fraction? 100% as a fraction? 1 over 1, or 2 over 2, or 3 over 3, or 4 over 4. So guys, red, give me your eyes up here if they're not. Red and green together make up the entire spinner. The whole spinner, like Vincent said, is 100%, but we kind of want to work in fractions instead. They've given us the 1/4. What am I missing? That's what they're asking. They're asking, what am I missing? What is left over here? What are the good chores? So we want to say 1 minus the thing I hate. But I can't use 1, really. I gotta like tweak it, right? It's not even a fraction. So we make it any number over a number. Remember, any number over itself is equal to 1. So we do 4 over, actually I'm going to make that blue. We do 4 over 4 because that's the whole thing, minus the 1/4 that I hate. Hate's a big word. I can't believe the textbook wrote it. 3 over 4. So my green section up there of everything but cleaning the bathroom, this will be 3/4. Or if we're talking percent, what is 3/4? How many percent? 75%. But right now we're mainly working with fractions, guys. So let's try to stick with fractions. Questions on the subtraction. The biggest thing is you got to start with the matching denominators. Put your packet away, so I know we're not sneaking and trying to do homework. And we need graph paper. Ooh, actually, wait, sorry, I lied. I forgot what the next problem is. We're not ready to not look at the spinner, so keep that spinner out in front of you. Keep that spinner out in front of you. So, let's say Thomas is like getting older, and he's starting to think about, what chores do I need to do? Well, if you're gonna have friends over, you probably need to clean the bedroom. And I don't know about Worthington, because I don't technically live in Worthington. Do you guys have leaf collection, where they come around and they like suck up your leaves? Yeah. So, Thomas probably needs to rake the leaves, because that's got a timeline on it, right? They're going to come around and they're going to suck up the leaves, and his mom wants him to get the leaves out there. So either of those chores need to happen. He doesn't really need to clean the bathroom. He doesn't really need to vacuum. So if we look at what are the chances he does either of those, I want you to talk with your team. How could we say, what's the chance of either chore would make him happy? What, like, talk with each other about how do we do that? How would we talk about that? I'm gonna go copy a picture of the spinner. I might need a second. The one we just worked with. Thomas's chore wheel. This. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Ooh. Bedroom and leaves. We had them in common denominators. Mia's still absent. Mia, I hope you feel better soon. And I hope you watch the video. Mia, if you watch the video and you come back and you say purple elephants, I'll give you a lifesaver. Yeah, when you're absent, if you go watch my class video, I might leave you a code word to come back and say and get a piece of candy. Layla, we had common denominators dealing with bedroom and raking leaves. What was our probability of clean bedroom, but with that denominator we liked? You, Layla. Our common denominator is 12, so I'm going to make this purple. How many 12s was clean bedroom? 4 12s was clean bedroom. Please make sure on your paper you've got that clean bedroom is 4 12s. Carmen, what was our probability for rake leaves? You can totally pass. Make sure that if you pass, you make sure you get this on your paper when we write it down. Aiden, what was our probability of rake leaves?
Rake leaves, 1/12.
1/12. On that last problem, we said that this is, I don't know what I'm doing. 1/12. And actually, do laundry was also 1/12. So we've got these two probabilities, and I want to land on either of them. So what we're saying is this section would be good, and this section would be good. What does and tell us to do mathematically? John, what do you think? What's and tell us to do? Add. When we want either probability, either tells us to add things together because I have a better chance of being happy. Right? Of like the good. Okay, if I say roulette, some of you probably don't know what I'm talking about. No. So roulette is a game in casinos. That's the answer key. I am not a robot. Oh my gosh. All right, so a roulette wheel. is often used in gambling. So let me ask you a question. What's got a better chance here? Red or green?
Both have the same because it's 0.
John, observe the situation before you try to shout out an answer. Red has a lot more spaces on it than green does. So if Thomas's mom uses a roulette wheel, let's just open this image in a new tab, if I can find that. And the green space is no chores, that's really unlikely, right? That's really unlikely. But if we say, like, all of the reds, maybe they're different chores, but all of the reds are things he likes, and we add them all up, there's a lot of red spots, right? So that's what we're doing here with rake leaves and clean bedroom. We're adding them together because either of them would be good. They need to happen, right? They're chores I want to do. Who wants to do chores? Actually, I like doing chores. Makes me feel good. Getting things done. So what do I get now? How many 12s? 5. We get 5 12s. Questions? Okay. 21. Now we're able to put our resource page or packet away. So now you can clip your packet away if you want. We need graph paper still. We need graph paper still. Miss Newen lets her students borrow pens and pencils on days when they have a quiz. She's got a paper bag containing hundreds of wooden pencils, mechanical pencils, and pens. Who does math and pens? Stuart forgot his pencil, right? So Miss Newen tells him that 1 out of every... Ooh, let's highlight this. You guys should probably write this down on your paper because it feels important. 1 out of every 3 students who reach in pulls out a pencil. So he's probably jotting down some more pencil. If this is a chance, what's that P word that we use for chance? Probability. So our probability of pencil... wood, right? She said wood. Wood pencil. Is 1 out of 3, right? She said 1 out of 3, or we can say 1/3. Any questions on why I wrote down the probability of a pencil is 1 out of 3? Keep reading, see what else is important. Two out of every 5 students pull out a mechanical pencil. So probability of a mech. We're all out here building robots. No, the probability of a mechanical pencil. 2 out of 5. The rest, are blue pens. I don't really like pens, at least when we're doing math. So I want you guys to determine what is our probability of a blue pen. I could just say pen, because writing the word blue with the color red feels wrong. And guys, we know that's everything, right? So if you wanted to start trying to draw like a picture of this situation, I could probably draw a third, because I've seen enough of those like peace sign circles. So that's probably like a third. Right, so that's your wood pen. If we try to relate this to the problem that we just did, right, with the spinner. But man, 2/5. Is 2/5 more or less than a half? Less, right? So this is as much help as I'm giving you right now. But if you're trying to draw that, 2/5 is going to be less than a half. Take like 1 or 2 minutes together, but then we got to finish this all together because we're almost out of time. I know time flies when we're having fun. What do we probably need to do first? Common denominators. Are they done? Then you're not done until your group is done. What would that common denominator be? Yeah, 15 is a good one, right? Make sure we're multiplying on top and bottom. Most groups are telling me 15 would be a good denominator. You should have gotten, and I'm sorry, we're just running out of time. So I'm trying to squeeze in the end of this problem. To turn 3 into 15, we multiply by 5. Do the same on top. Aiden, you can just give her your paper and she can just copy. If you've got it all written down. Yeah, you're good. Thank you. That's awesome. To turn 5 into 15, we multiply by 3, so we also do it on top. So together, my wood pencils and my mechanical pencils have taken up how much of our space, quote unquote? Just shout it out. 11/15. So together, I can't really put that in. Both. I should write the word both. That would be better. Both is 11/15 because we add the 6 and the 5. So what should I start with to do my subtraction then? Shout it out.
15 minus 11.
Ooh, careful. 15/15 minus 11/15 equals 4/15.
Or if you just know your math, 11 plus 4 is 15.
So you could also think about what takes me up to fill my group. So careful saying if you just know your math, it's just a different route. That's like saying if you know how to get to Kroger, it's like all because I don't take the same road as you doesn't mean I don't know how to get there. I might know a back way that you don't know about. Haha. Alright, that is all the time we have for today. Please turn in any missing things. Check the Land of Misfit papers for no names. And then enjoy the weather today, because tomorrow it's going to rain. I know, today it's going to be awesome. Alright, recorder.